I don't know about you, but during this season, we bake a lot, and we bake a lot with ginger or spices with ginger in them. So that was the inspiration for today's video. But when I was researching perfumes with ginger as a note in them, a lot of times perfumes in my collection at least were more fresh and green and clean perfumes, which was very interesting to me. And I think ginger is such an interesting note because it's spicy, but it's something else than just like your pink pepper or black pepper. Those notes are in almost every perfume, it seems, but ginger is in a lot of perfumes as well, but more underrated. And I feel like a lot of us don't even realize that there's ginger in our perfumes that we adore and enjoy. So I wanted to share with you some of my most favorite gingery, spicy fragrances. Let us start with Versace Cristal Noir. This is a flanker from, I think, Bright Crystal. I don't know which perfume out of this collection is the original, but I like all of them. This one, I think, is the date night version, but to me it's not just a date night scent. It's something you can wear as an everyday daytime scent, I would say. This is a beautiful creamy sandalwood scent with even more creamy coconut that makes it almost a bit more sweet as well. Then you have quite spicy top notes, ginger, but also cardamom. And the heart is very plush and floral. I think there's gardenia in there and orange blossom. It's quite complex if you think about it, but it's so beautiful and it doesn't smell like a super complex niche perfume. It's very mass appealing and it's not too much. I thought about Gris Chanel when I smelled this one for the first time. They are in the same family. Both are creamy sandalwood scents with spices in them, but this one is a lot more, I would say, round and feminine leaning, whereas the other one is a bit more bitter and cold smelling, to me at least. I enjoy this one a lot. Then we have a perfume that is very fresh, and that is Lilyphéa by Diptyque. This is one of their newer perfumes, and it's my favorite from this perfume collection. And this one is aquatic, warm, and spicy, and it has the notes of violet leaf, ginger, cardamom, and vanilla. I would say it smells like more than that, but it's definitely a violet leaf perfume that isn't too powdery. Diptyque scents a lot of times are very powdery and out there and loud, and this one is not that at all. It's quite subtle. It's, as I said, clean. It's green and fresh smelling, but then you have this sweet, slightly powdery aspect and a touch of this spicy edginess going on. I think it's something else, but still mass appealing and something that you can wear as a signature scent that doesn't just smell like your average clean perfume. The one perfume I thought about immediately was, of course, 5 o'clock en gingembre by Serge Lutens. This is the ginger scent. It's warm, spicy, and woody, and you have so many good notes in here. You have tea and bergamot in the top, cinnamon, woodsy notes, candied ginger, pepper, honey, amber, cacao, patchouli. This one is just classy. This perfumer, Serge Lutens, is someone who has a very specific DNA, which I love. I enjoy these clean, classy, elegant perfumes. And to me, all of his perfumes have this cloud of this DNA around them, but the essence of each perfume is very different from each other. So this one, I would say, has a opening of the cinnamon and the wood together with this ginger. And then as it dries down, it almost becomes like a chai tea, but more so the tea and less of the milk, just like a splash of milk, because it's not very milky. And it's also not very gourmand-like. It's not a super sweet perfume. I would say it's more fresh and clean and powdery, if you would imagine a scent like that to be that way. So this is super interesting. I've never smelled anything like it. And also it's quite unique in his collection. I got the chance to try a lot of his perfumes back in the beginning of 2025. And there were just so many beautiful hits. But this one was definitely one of the ones where I thought, this is me. I love my tea perfumes, but I usually don't want something that is too heavy and too dense. And I would say maybe 5% of his perfumes are more dense and heavy. The other ones, as I said, still have this quite light cloud around them. Then we have another more fresh perfume with a very prominent ginger in it, and that is Tuiles d'Hermès Eau Ginger by Hermès. I do enjoy most of their perfumes. I actually think I enjoy all of their perfumes, and I love a lot of their perfumes. This one is no exception. This is fresh and warm spicy. And the funny thing is to me that these perfumes are in your average department store. You can get them on sale a lot of times. But if you think of the house of Hermès, you would never think of an average department store or something on sale. So if you wanted to get your hands on something Hermès, maybe this is your entryway, because I feel like a lot of their perfumes are super nice. I love the original Tuiles d'Hermès. That one smells like a fresh soap bar to me. This one has peony, candied ginger, and cedar. And of course, it's a bit more spicy than the original, but it's still something where I would say it's clean, it's fresh, it has this classy vibe about it, which all of the Hermès perfumes have, but not in a stuffy, old-fashioned way. And this candied ginger, which is a little bit more sweet, and then the fresh ginger, give it this kick. And I would say sometimes I get something like refreshing and summery from the ginger, and sometimes it makes me feel more cozy and like baking during the Christmas season. So you do with that information what you will, but I think that if you're into clean, fresh scents anyway, this one is a beautiful signature everyday scent. The ginger is quite prominent in here. As it dries down, it gets more soft, but it's still there. Of course, I have to talk about one of the ginger scents, that is Burberry Goddess. It only has 4 notes. It has vanilla, it has lavender, ginger, and cocoa, and you get all of those notes. It is definitely a prominent vanilla perfume. It's creamy, it's sweet. Then you get this aromatic floral lavender, a touch of, I would say, cocoa powder, and then this kick of ginger, but it's just a splash of ginger, maybe even like ginger powder, not like fresh ginger in your face. I think it's beautiful. I have loved this perfume since it launched, and the thing is with this perfume, in the beginning it was quite weak, but then 1 year later the juice got so dark and the performance got to a beast mode performance. So now I have to be super careful with this perfume. But if you want a vanilla that is not your average vanilla, check this one out. And the last one is one that I've just worn yesterday, so it's very fresh in my mind, and that is Matin de Jade by Infiniment Coty Paris. This was my first perfume from this collection. This is fresh, spicy, and citrusy. And there are just 2 notes listed, which is interesting to me, ginger and bergamot. But this is so much more than that. This is like a combination of a lot of perfumes that I have in my collection and I adore, like En été by Obvious, Mumbai by Les Destinations, or Armani Privé Thé Yulong, Matcha Meditation by Replica. If you combine all of those, you would get something like this. And this one is so finely made. I love the quality of these perfumes in this collection. This is a clean, green, slightly powdery, slightly sweet, fresh scent with this kick of ginger that is definitely prominent in here. But I would say there's this matcha latte creamy sweetness going on as well, especially in the beginning. So to me, it's a lot more complex than it seems when you look at the notes. It's beautiful. It's not a super loud perfume at all, just like all of the other perfumes I just mentioned. It's quite quiet, but I enjoy those types of perfumes. And yesterday it was like a very laid back, cozy day for me. So that was the perfect scent, especially if you are inside and you want something cozy and relaxing. This one's beautiful. So these were all of the perfumes I wanted to share with you. Let me know which ones you love, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.